Hello, we are UniCentral, the all-in-one platform that is revolutionizing how students navigate their college journey. This centralized web application helps students make informed decisions about their academic paths. My name is Joe Corbeil, and I'm a full-stack developer who primarily worked in the backend. I designed the infrastructure and connected the database, and I helped out on the front end.
I'm Zaran. I'm a full-stack developer that primarily worked in the front end, creating a responsive user interface, as well as connecting everything to the back end using APIs.
My name is Raj Reddy. I was the primary backend security developer for the team. I incorporated the domain, I made application security changes, as well as front-end changes.
I'm Victoria Locke. I primarily worked on adding the authentication into the web application, as well as designing the user interface for UniCentral.
Remember the stress of registration week? Desperately searching for info about professors and courses, asking random strangers in your dorm, or scrolling through outdated Reddit threads. We've all been there. As students ourselves, we wanted to create something that would solve this universal problem. That's why we created UniCentral.
As a college student myself, I want to know which classes and professors are worth my time and tuition, so I can make the most of my education and avoid unnecessary stress. UniCentral brings everything students need to know about their courses into one seamless platform. Real reviews from real students, detailed professor ratings, and even grade distributions, all designed to help you navigate your academic journey.
Okay, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a University of Utah freshman who just finished taking their first year of computer science. Usually after your first year of computer science, you'll be heading into what is known as CS 2420, which is Introduction to Algorithms and Data Structures. This is known to be one of the hardest courses in the CS major, especially since it is one of the first courses that you take as a CS major. So, what do? You don't know a ton about the course other than you know that it's pretty hard, but I don't know how long it's going to take me, and I need to know what other students have said about it. So, this is where UniCentral comes in handy. You can go into UniCentral and look at all the information about this course. So this is the homepage. We'll start out, I'm already logged in. So we'll go to courses and we will scroll down to the computer science department. Computer science, now I'm going to search for 2420. There it is, Introduction to Algorithms and Data Structures. Okay, right off the bat in the general information, I can already see it has an average rating of 4 out of 5 stars, which is good because the class is good, but it also has a general difficulty rating of 5 out of 6, which means that it's confirmed it's a pretty difficult class. So if we go down and we look at the reviews, this person spent 15 hours, but they did say it provides a solid foundation, so I know that the course is going to be pretty good. But I also know that it's going to take me, that this person took about 15 hours. Okay, this person didn't have quite as much time, but they said it was 8 hours. The next review says it's about 10 hours, so we know that this course is going to be taking a decent amount of my time. So what do? I still need to fill my schedule up with other gen eds that I'm taking since I'm only in my second year. So I want to take gen eds that aren't going to take up as much time since I know I'll be spending a lot more time on my Introduction to Algorithms and Data Structures course. So this is when I go into the course filtering function of UniCentral. I think that taking a gen ed like something in art would be fun. So I'll fill in the art department. I will go in and I want a minimum rating range to be of at least 3 stars because I want to still take a fun course. But I also want my difficulty range to be 1 and I want the max to be 3. So let's go and search and let's find what courses there are. Okay, non-major basic drawing looks pretty good already. This course has an average of 5 stars, which is great, and a difficulty of 1 out of 6. Okay, that's great. Now, all the reviews look pretty good. This person only spent 2.5 hours during the week. 2 hours, 4 hours, so looks like this class would be a pretty good option for me. Now, another thing I can go in is I can see the grade distribution, so I don't have to scroll down and look at all of the grades. I can see, okay, this course, people got mostly A's, so that's great. Now, I want to know a little bit more about the professors. So far, it looks like the professor who's gotten the most ratings is Lindsay Frey. So I'm going to scroll down and find her professor detail page inside of the professors tab. So I'm going to scroll to art and I will search up Lindsay Spray, and we'll find her down here. Okay. Now she also has 5 stars and 1 out of 6 difficulty. Okay, I can see that her classes are all getting pretty much the same thing. So this is pretty trustworthy that all of her courses are going to be pretty easy. And she also has all A's for her grade distribution, so that's great. So I've already added her as a professor that I want to watch, which means that I can go into the My Professors tab and I can look at her profile here. This also means that as the semester progresses, and while I can still change courses before next semester, I can go in and make sure that nothing has drastically changed in her profile. So this will constantly keep up to date with how many stars she has, her difficulty rating, and I can check to see if anything is changing to make sure that this course is still right for me by the time that I can drop it for next semester if needed. I'm also keeping track of Judd Baker, and I can also keep track of my courses. So in my courses, I'm keeping track of 4400, which I know is a course that I will be having to take within the next year or 2 of computer science. And same thing with anesthesiology. I just thought that'd be an interesting course, so I like to keep track of courses that maybe I won't be taking, but I think it's fun to keep track of different courses. So if I go into 4400, it links me to the page. I can look at all of those reviews that have been left, and that's that. So that's a little bit of UniCentral. Thank you.
So this is an overview of our summarized technologies that we used. For tech stack, we have, for the front end, we have React, the back end, Django, and for our database, we use SQLite 3. To host and scale this on our domain, we used AWS, and specifically an EC2 instance. And then for our harness technologies, the ones that we use for our APIs, anything to add to advance our features further, we have authentication Firebase. The API style was a RESTful API style. Load balancing was done within AWS load balancing. And then visualization, we use Chart.js to visualize grade distribution. Moderation for certain reviews to limit profanity and slurs, we used Perspective API. And then in terms of our software practice techniques, the number of commits we have was a total of 485. The number of issues made in our issue board was 122. And the number of user studies is 27 user studies we were able to accumulate from friends and family around the area, as well as certain industry experts to kind of give their input on what was going well with our product while what was not going so well. And the total number of features we had implemented over the course from this past year was about 20.
UniCentral represents our vision for a better university experience by providing students with the information they need. We're helping them make smarter academic decisions by reducing the stress of course selection. We're proud of what we've built, not just a website, but a community resource that makes a tangible difference in student lives.
We've overcome many challenges in this past year, and we're proud of the challenges we've overcome.
We hope to carry everything that we've learned through this past year into our professional career, and we would all like to give a special thanks to Professor David Bean for his guidance in making this web application.
We would also like to thank the University of Utah Kahlert School of Computing for allowing us to create this project and giving us such a great opportunity. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and
We are UniCentral.